Live from Norman, Oklahoma, it's the weekly live podcast stream featuring Minecraft.
Hey everybody, it's Hunger again, and welcome to another podcast stream. I'm so sorry I'm starting so late. Time just kind of got away from me. I was looking for something fun to make a thumbnail with, and here I am. So anyway, and I just ended up kind of improvising a thumbnail because I was like, didn't feel like stealing anybody's art today. Or anybody's pictures or whatever. Anyway. But yeah, so here I am. We're playing Minecraft this week. I figure I'm paying the monthly subscription for the realm. I might as well get some use out of it. It's very nice. Alright. Anyway. Yeah, there we go. Ooh, this is gonna be good. I'm almost to this part. Okay, so we're gonna go boop. Booped it. Yeah. Then that one. And that one. And then this one. Haha. Oh, yes. Let's see. I don't think there was really anything I needed to talk about by myself before I put everybody on, so let me go ahead and jump in the chat here. All right, there we go. Oh. Goodness.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, how we all doing?
I'm doing all right. Yeah.
That's good.
Oh my gosh.
We got home from work. I just said how we all doing. I'm tired.
Right? Yeah, no, tired is the prevailing emotion right now for me too.
Yeah.
I had a very intense day at work today. A lot of people grabbing a lot of cool stuff, So
mine was pretty hectic. It kind of mellowed out towards the end, but like it's the exhaustion from the early shift still kind of carried over a little bit.
Yeah. Nah, I was just so done after the first few hours.
Yeah. And then I tried playing Totodile Day in Pokemon Go. I got 2.
Oh wow.
But like I would have liked to get more, have potential trade bait for some of the boys in here. Yeah. Because, like, it's not like it's a starter in an upcoming game or anything.
Yeah,
no way.
kind of need that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a starter that might I add, probably a lot of the people that buy that game are going to use. Like,
Yep.
not just any starter.
Yeah, another reason why I'll be picking Tepig, because I already have a shiny Totodile to use in the game.
Right. Yeah.
What?
Howdy.
Oh,
I was
hey,
gonna say.
did you see somebody posted a meme? It was a poll, and it's like, who's your favorite firefighting starter?
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
the choices were the Blaziken, Embor, Infernape, and of course Blastoise with his firefighter outfit on.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie. I just straight up stole that post as well. I
Yeah.
posted that, except I subbed Infernape for Monferno.
Okay.
And nobody will ever know. Not even you guys, because I have to kill you right now.
Oh no.
Hunger, did you see the Minecraft Live?
No, I didn't.
It's topical.
I saw that it was posted.
So they are adding, over the summer, they are adding a new block that is to the nether. It's basically a dried ghast. It's basically just a little baby ghast that you bring it into the overworld, you water the damn thing, and it turns into like a pet ghast for you.
Oh.
And then that ghast, that happy ghast, then you can actually like eventually put a saddle on it and use it as a 4-person flying transport now.
Oh wow.
And what's cool about that is that it also doubles as like a 3x3 platform that you can build from.
Oh wow.
Like
So
that you can just put
build
anywhere.
stuff on its back.
Yeah, and actually what's cool about it is that that while you're riding on it now, you can basically place blocks midair.
Oh wow. That's pretty huge, honestly.
Yeah, like they really did think about like stuff this time around. Like I was really impressed with the
have to like undo a major thing that they did last time, like because they were like they were like, oh, let's do this thing with the sheep, and then everybody hated it, so they had to redo the thing with the sheep.
Well, no, what they did was they changed it so that different sheep colors
showed up different places.
But all they did was revert it back to where it's just like boring colors again.
Yeah.
Like I'm kind of upset about that, but I understand it for immersion's sake.
Yeah. Because I know a lot of people were pissed about it. Like I know a lot of people were like, "Oh no."
Yeah, people were mad because they were finding fucking blue and teal wool in the overworld. Oh no. Like I should have actually gone in and saved a bunch of that shit before it got taken down, because having a naturally spawning like having those rare ass colors like spawn on natural sheep would be really kind of cool to have as a permanent thing.
Like, it wouldn't be that big of a deal if they would go ahead and have the, because right now the problem is that with our realm specifically, it's so big that it won't save our entities anymore. And that's a kind of a problem, because we want to have entities besides like the NPC entities. Those are the only ones that really stick around.
Actually, I can now check and test for how many entities there actually are. And it's actually kind of easy to see what's causing our stuff to get eaten. You know what I'm trying to say, like why it's starting to.
Because basically, we have this problem where, like, if I want to set up, like, I wanted to set up like a thing where we had like one of each different type of entity doing, doing setting up shop in a place, and like I set up all the entities, and then they all freaking despawned, so, and that's not cool,
And they're adding native RTX filters.
Yeah. It actually is going to look prettier now.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like just
Supposedly.
normally.
They announced something like that a few years ago and ended up being canceled. So who knows? I'm not too hopeful on it just because of the last experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were saying yeah, let's hope they don't cancel it this time around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't wait to turn it on and watch my Switch combust.
Right. And I was watching a video earlier today, and it was it was talking about one of the most epic April Fool's Day pranks ever. The BBC on April Fool's Day in like I think sometime in the 1950s aired a documentary about spaghetti being harvested from spaghetti trees on April Fool's Day. and a lot of people didn't realize it was a joke. So they were calling, like, asking how they could plant their own spaghetti tree.
Oh my god.
Oh, man.
First, you need a spaghetti pot, and then you need to plant it in the.
They said to plant your stock of plant one strand of spaghetti in a can of tomato sauce and hope for the best.
Yes.
But yeah, I watched a whole bunch of food videos today, like because you know, as I was waiting to get off work, I'm like, I was getting hungry, so I'm like, you know, did the worst thing I could do and just started watching a whole bunch of food porn, you know.
Yeah.
Hunger got hungry.
Yeah, no, like I'm sitting there watching like videos about like you know, like different like pizza and hamburgers and shit, you know, people doing crazy shit with food, you know, like they had this one. It was so they're making like burgers, right? But it can't be normal. No. So basically, they get like the top part of the bun, right? And they fry it in there with like a bunch of like egg. And then they use the egg and it makes like a crispy kind of a shell, and then they fill that with frickin' French fries, right? And then they go and make the rest of the burger, and they like, you know.
That just honestly sounds like something from like Heart Attack Grill or something.
Right, yeah, no, so basically the rest of the like so the bottom part of the burger is basically just like basically like a normal bacon cheeseburger for the most part.
I was gonna say it sounds normal.
But there's like 3 of them, right? And then, you know, so it's like three top parts of buns, and so it's like, so basically you got these 3 burgers, and then like atop of them is like this trough of French fries made out of egg, and then they just dump cheese sauce in that. And then they sprinkle the freaking jalapenos on it, and I'm like, good God! And then they just cut it into thirds, so you can have your 3 individual sandwiches. And the guy's like, everything you want, everything you want in each bite. I'm like, man, that's
everything.
That's like 2 or 3 meals in one burger. I don't know. Crazy stuff, you know. Just...
I was gonna say it's dangerous for the. Yeah. For the restaurants to say you could have anything you want, and I'm just like, anything you say.
Dislocating your jaw every bite, you know. But yeah, there was another one. It was they called it a double stack pizza. So they basically sit there and make like a buffalo chicken pizza, right?
Yeah.
You know, they have the little pieces of buffalo chicken. They got the cheese and everything. And then they just put a whole extra pizza like on top of that, where they get like another thing of dough and put it on top, and then make a pepperoni pizza on top of it. It's like all right. So yeah, that was a thing. But yeah, so yeah, I spent time watching some of that. You know. Finally got home, had burgers, you know. It's like yeah, I'm gonna make burgers, just feed my hungry belly. So so I did that. I watched the most recent episode of Solo Leveling today. That was really cool. uh, there we go.
I have to jump in the realm.
You're gonna jump in the realm?
I have to show off some of the stupid shit I've been working on.
Oh, okay. I guess Solus is chilling with Aquan here. So he's not in the call because of that.
Yeah. I'm playing Pokemon Sapphire now.
Yeah, I
Solus.
saw that post you made about getting the that new copy of what was it? Pokemon Black 2 or White 2?
It was White 2.
White 2.
It hasn't come in the mail yet.
Okay, so you were just showing the pictures from like the listing. Okay.
Yeah. It looks legit. Yeah. But at the same time, this is the internet we're talking about. They could very easily just have pulled it off of Google or some shit.
Yeah.
Hunger, did you get this message pop up? It says you can play as Steve from the Minecraft movie.
Oh, God.
You can finally play as Steve in Minecraft.
You can play as Steve from the Minecraft movie? I need to get tickets for that fucking thing. It's out next week, right?
Like,
probably.
I think at this point, everybody's expectations are literally just, I hope it's so bad it's good.
Oh no, I'm not. I'm going into this movie expecting it to be fucking dog shit.
Yeah.
That's why I'm so excited for it.
Yeah, like, I think that's the most the most hopeful anybody is about this movie. It's like, oh, I hope it's one of those movies that's so bad it's good. Like, I haven't heard anybody who's like, oh my gosh, this movie looks amazing.
Oh yeah, wait, hang on. I actually know. I just saw Caps fly by on your screen. I know exactly what he's showing off right now. Yeah. There's a cape that you can get by watching Twitch and TikTok live streams, and if you put an elytra on that cape, it turns into Jack Black's face.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, that too.
That's so funny.
I haven't done that yet, actually, but you can get it. I was actually considering getting that.
Yeah. They're very easy to get too. You just need to watch 3 minutes of Minecraft live streams, and then they'll just give you a code.
Would you just be able to spawn it in creative mode or no?
Capes, no. Capes are special.
Capes, yeah, the capes are like extra things that you can equip to your character. Mm-hmm. You get them by doing various like events and shit like that.
Interesting.
Mostly like Twitch and everything. And what'll happen is like they have different. The capes have different things depending on whether you're wearing it or you're wearing like normal armor or you're wearing an elytra.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
If you're wearing the elytra, it sometimes changes it, like with the Jack Black skin, for instance.
Uh-huh. That's funny.
Here. The capes that I have are, well, I know on Java I have the Migrator Legacy cape. On Bedrock, I have the Pancake cape, the 15th anniversary Twitch, TikTok, and the Creeper 15th anniversary cape, the 10th anniversary cape, the Pride cape, the Creeping cape, and the brand new Twitch and TikTok capes.
Well, nice.
I've only got a couple.
Genuinely, the one I like the best out of all of them is the Migrator cape, even though there's like a good chunk of the human race that has that cape too. I liked Minecraft before they sold to Microsoft.
Right. Jeez.
But I will admit, though, if you're gonna go for one of the capes, go for the TikTok one because it's red. Red is a cool color.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, I just like TikTok's UI more than Twitch's.
Oh, okay.
Twitch is. I don't agree with Twitch like at all.
Well,
I've never liked using Twitch.
Twitches get stitches. I mean,
Exactly.
All right, so where were we?
Hi.
Hello.
We were talking about
Hi.
Australia.
I am Steve.
I am Steve.
I don't know if you saw my
I saw what you said in the realm. Yeah,
yeah.
we get it.
Also,
That's how it is.
I'm so glad that the movie is just going to be an hour and a half of Jack Black pointing to stuff from Minecraft and explaining it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The Ender Dragon is one hell of a foe.
Oh, God.
These are actual song lyrics.
Chicken jockey.
God.
Oh my god.
Ender pearl.
I can just
I mean-
barely see the.
At least the memes. Yeah.
I can just barely see the zodiac symbols I made from Hunger's Castle.
The Nether.
Did you see the other things that are near your little symbols that I made? Like,
What?
like the chicken
Oh, the-
down here,
Oh, the chicken statue thing here. Yeah, I
Chicken
just now
jockey.
and the rocket ship.
the rocket ship.
Look, I built a rocket ship.
Build a rocket.
I just built a rocket. Rockets explode. Oh, sorry.
I actually was thinking about making it explode, but I'm not going to.
Oh, the chicken is smoking a cigarette. Okay.
The hell.
Where exactly is the rocket again? I can't
Look up.
look up. Oh,
Chicken smoking a cigarette makes me think about Duckman.
it is quite literally a missile.
There she is, Miss Isle. Alright.
Yeah, going to. I said I was playing Sapphire. That's for good reason. Somebody dished out an e-reader add-on because Ruby Sapphire works with the e-reader.
Uh-huh.
Somebody
Yeah.
dished out a mod that adds Pokemon Go style outbreaks to Ruby and Sapphire, and I think that's super cool. And I'm playing that right now.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh yeah, and this is the other thing I made, Solus.
Huh?
Come over here to the other side of Hunger's Castle,
Yeah,
near
fine.
the skeleton
Near the skeleton. Okay.
with the top hat.
Yep. Oh god, it's lagging like crazy here.
All right, let's see here.
Where should be? Whoa.
Seeing lots of wild tentacool. Some have learned hail. Okay.
That's a never-ending explode or
Never-ending fireworks
display.
thing. Okay, that's why it was lagging. Holy shit.
Yeah, that'll literally never stop.
The endless zebra firework that just goes.
Guys,
in
you're
the-
never gonna believe this. The professor saw a whole bunch of wild tentacool
Nice.
in Ruby and Sapphire.
Mhm. Nice.
Isn't
I
that
remember the-
crazy? I've never seen a wild tentacool before.
Are you sure? I heard Tentacle was interested in your mother.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember.
Damn.
Your mom.
Have you seen that meme?
Yeah.
I
don't remember the-
interested in your mother.
That
Yeah,
episode is banned in the United States.
No, it was a screenshot from like Pokemon Sun and Moon, I think.
Oh, wait, I think I know what you're talking about. I think you're
Yeah.
talking about Let's Go.
No, well,
Right.
is it Let's Go? Because
And then
I
the
know
last
in-
thing.
I know in Let's Go, like right after you get your starter, you can go back to your house, and then your starter will say that they're interested in your mom.
oh, okay, yeah. So that's probably what it is then. Anyway, it was from one
But
of
yeah,
the
then
Pokemon
Solus.
games where there was a screenshot of of it that somebody turned into a meme.
I don't remember there being this big ass mainframe here, right?
But
in front
yeah,
of this
Solus,
logo.
the last what mainframe?
This big square that's not filled out.
That's because I'm putting Hunger's actual banner
Evie
in
wants
there.
to eat a raspberry.
Oh.
Evie
As soon as
wants
I get
the
around to
Minecraft.
it.
Evie wants your
But no,
credit
the last
card
thing-
details.
The last thing I wanted to show you, Solus, was come over to the pet shop.
Uh-huh.
The littlest pet
I
shop.
am following you here. Whoa. They have like
Right?
shoulder pads. I don't know. Is that armor?
That is.
I was like, yeah, I was about to say.
I replaced the normal wolf armor with chest plates, and for some reason it makes them look like they have like shoulder mounted cannons now.
Yeah, and they're like floating above them.
Because everybody's animal needs shoulder-mounted cannons. It's like
Rag and
Dino
Hound.
Riders.
Kinda, yeah.
And it even works with like the extra armors and shit that we got, which is why this little one right here has these little glowy particles because they were emitted from the actual chest plate itself.
I'm gonna re-roll the outbreak. I decided I don't want tentacle anymore.
Interesting.
The other cool thing about this mod changes the shiny odds to 1 in 64.
Oh, nice.
Love it.
Here we go. This
Because it's like Pokemon Go, and Pokemon Go's shiny odds are really high. Oh my god, you found Relicanth. Holy shit.
here you go.
You've learned Rock Tomb. Hell yeah. I'm gonna get 6 shiny Relicanth real quick.
Nice.
Dino Riders. Yeah, the machine gun.
Yeah. Caps' armor shop over here.
Dino Riders went for dogs instead.
Right.
Eeh.
We still have the dinosaur pets, right? We can, we can hook them up.
How do you
Actually,
make
we
a
don't anymore.
dinosaur?
Oh,
We
don't anymore?
got rid of that pack, remember?
Oh, we did? Okay.
We did.
Yeah, we got
did
rid of
go.
that pack. We probably should get rid of the Minecraft movie pack as well, since it just adds weapons
Uh-huh.
and like you can't even enchant the damn things, which is stupid.
Why do I randomly have a world builder handbook in my inventory randomly?
Minecraft.
Because you are that automatically gives you one if you have space in your inventory for it at the start of every.
that's probably, you know what? I probably dropped
playthrough.
something off and it automatically gave it to me.
Yeah.
Alright. Actually, I'm gonna do what I said I'm gonna do before I forget and buy a ticket for the Minecraft movie.
Jeez.
Oh, and the other thing I did doesn't seem to be. It seems to be reacting kind of goofy because of multiple players
Okay.
in the map. So the other thing I did was make it so that the what is it? The fish.
Uh-huh.
The fish will now jump out of the water occasionally,
Uh-huh. Cool.
and it doesn't work right because I think because there's multiple people in the realm now. Because now I've seen them like they're jumping up like 30, 40 fucking blocks, and they're only supposed to go up like a couple.
Oh wait, that's amazing. That's not a bug. That's a feature. The more people you got, the higher they fucking jump. Let's go.
Wow. There is nobody watching this movie on Saturday.
You think?
At least not right now.
It's almost like it's meant to be that way.
It's almost like this movie is destined to belly flop harder than Jack Black at the kiddie pool. Like,
Well, listen. I'm just glad that I can do my part to contributing to this fucking bullshit of a movie.
Well, and you'll be one of the first people to see Jack Black in his tidy whities in this movie because he always manages to get a tidy whities scene in every fucking live action movie he's fucking in.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you're not waiting for the Jack Black soundtrack? Like that's the reason to watch it.
God.
Like it's weird how much of the advertising for this movie is going to adults.
Yeah, I don't get it. Like,
Well, no, because like Because like
You are all set. We emailed
there was a
you your
TikTok
receipt.
recently
Uh-huh.
that was like advertising a chunk of the movie, and it was like am I the asshole for combining this cube with this thing and causing the destruction of something or other? But it was like, but the fact that they actually had like the phrase "Am I the asshole" in an official Minecraft fucking trailer,
All right.
like it's just like I don't know.
I'm
That
not
and
gonna lie.
they have like
I feel like I
McDonald's.
just sold my soul to the devil.
Oh,
But they have like McDonald's toys that are like meant for adults that are coming out for this movie too, and it's like a Grimace egg and shit like that,
Oh, like
or
Yeah.
the Hamburglar zombie or whatever.
oh,
Yeah,
man.
I saw Grimace in Minecraft, and I was like, okay.
All right.
Like
You can get
it did not even phase me. Like I've seen weirder shit. Grimace in Minecraft. I was like, okay.
That
Yeah.
honestly though, that smacks to me of McDonald's signed up for this before they saw what the movie was going to look like. They were just told Minecraft movie, and they said, "Oh my gosh, we've been trying to get a Minecraft collab in forever," and so they just did it. You know, like because that's the thing is a lot of the time McDonald's like what's going to be in the Happy Meal is decided like months or even years in advance. You
yeah.
know? So for example, that's why when the Pokemon movie came out and they did the toys, it was Burger King and not McDonald's because McDonald's had already promised that slot to another franchise. Yeah.
Yeah.
So McDonald's couldn't do the toy thing with the Pokemon movie, no matter how much they kicked themselves later. You know.
Which is why they jump at every opportunity now to host McDonald's
now
shit.
Now McDonald's
or host,
now Pokemon's at McDonald's all
yeah.
the fucking time. But originally that was the original promotion was with Burger King because Pokemon had already it had a prior commitment that they couldn't break. So
I'm loving it.
yeah. Oh man.
No, they I was gonna go somewhere. Oh, I was gonna say I was at Walmart the other day though, and I was actually looking for those Steve action figures.
Oh yeah.
And could not find one. Surprisingly, I was really looking for them. Like
Wow.
they sold out.
Does
That's what I have to assume.
Well,
The people want Steve.
does that mean that people actually went and bought them unironically, or that people just?
I'm thinking what happened was either that particular Walmart didn't get in the Steve figures, or they actually did get a small amount and they got bought ironically. But
Yeah.
I kind of want one. Just I mean, that's why they're selling. That's literally the only reason why they're selling is because of the meme of it. There's no fucking reason anybody would buy that otherwise.
Right.
Sorry, Jack Black. I love you, but I would not buy a fucking action figure of yours unless there was a joke behind it.
Right.
Yeah.
Like people just wanted it to put next to their freaking Kung Fu Panda and Bowser action figures. You know.
I have one of them giant ass fucking Bowser's figures,
Mm,
like the $40 fucking figure that they made like a few years back.
yeah.
Man, so I gotta get the Kung Fu Panda figure then to get all three. Have the whole Jack Black collection.
Collect the trifecta. Oh man. Oh man.
Why do we all sound the same?
Right? Yeah. Oh man. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I personally prefer Jack Black's animated stuff to his live action stuff because then I don't have to look at his fucking ugly ass in his tidy whities. But
I was about to say something. I was like, Jack Black ain't ugly. He looks pretty decent.
like I said, he manages to get a tidy whitey scene in every fucking live action movie he's in.
Yeah.
So, like, it's kind of ridiculous, you know. But yeah. Did they do figures for Nacho Libre? Because then you'd have to get one of those for the.
They must have. I would.
It was a Nickelodeon movie.
Yeah, so I'm like, man, you'd have to get one of those to complete the collection. Honestly,
I would be more shocked if they didn't do a figure of Nacho Libre.
yeah, right. It kind of seems like something they would do a figure of. I was just trying to think of what other Jack Black characters there might be figures of that you would have.
Hi, Shiny Relicanth.
To get the. Yeah. Oh man.
They didn't release any movie figures for Pick of Destiny.
Yeah. But yeah.
Like not even like one of those McFarlane or Hot Toys or whatever. Yeah. Like those people who make like the movie based figures or whatever.
I mean, if there was a figure, it's probably a Funko Pop. You know what I'm saying?
That is true.
Funko. They do Funkos for everything.
We could have the entire fucking Jack Black movie collection and action figures at this point. Like every role he's ever had.
I am so tired of Funko Pops. I used to be into them, but now they look exactly the same, every single one of them, and it pisses me off.
Speaking of Funko Pops, they just did Funkos for Gengar and Fuecoco and Zorua. So.
Oh, good. I can't wait to see them in stores and not be able to differentiate them at first glance.
I can't wait to see them in stores and have them sit on shelves for the next 8 years.
The Gengars at our store sold out in like a couple days.
Jesus.
We still have.
I can't lie about that. It's only the unpopular characters that sit on shelves forever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like they don't liquidate those damn things or anything. They just sit there. It's like somebody will eventually care about like random fucking Star Wars character number 873.
Right.
Integral to the plot.
Well, like with Pokemon, Funko has already said they're planning on doing every single Pokemon as a Funko Pop. So.
Oh no.
They're doing. See, I'm more interested in the Lego crossover they got going on.
Yep. Yeah. But the thing is, for Pokemon fans who are, let's face it, collectors by nature, that's got to appeal to a lot of people that there's going to be representation for literally every single Pokemon. So if you have a favorite Pokemon, it'll eventually become a Funko Pop. So.
I mean, I could use more Metagross figures.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you better believe if an Incineroar Funko Pop shows up, I'm snagging the fuck out of that shit.
And then they'll resell every fucking one of them a second time by making shiny variations.
The thing is, Funko already does this thing where they have what's called a chase variant, right?
Oh yeah. I know about chase variants.
Where you'll get a case of Funkos, and one of the things in the in the case will be a chase variant. And I'm like, that would be the perfect opportunity to do shinies, and they never do. They never do chase variants for the Pokemon Pops, and I'm like, what the fuck are you guys doing?
No, they're shitty chase variants for Pokemon. For the Pokemon ones, will be like a fucking silver or fucking gold plated one, or a gold flaked one.
Those aren't chase variants. Those are just like separate pops that they do. But yeah, like because they've done silver ones for for a lot of them, but I'm just like, they have this whole shiny mechanic where every once in a while a Pokemon can be a different color, and Funko is just not taking advantage of that. It's like the easiest slam dunkiest thing you could possibly do, and they're just like, nah,
At least with like Legos and all the all the off-brand Legos and stuff like that. All that stuff is interchangeable. You can literally make a Pokemon shiny if you have the right pieces and parts.
Yeah, like I was talking about with the nanoblocks earlier. You could just get the instructions and go down to the Lego store and just make yourself a fucking shiny.
Yeah. I mean, really, with Legos, the only thing you would really miss out on is if they specifically print like eyes and mouths and stuff on the little pieces, because they do that sometimes.
Every once in a while, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think they actually will for these sets.
Yeah.
Just because I think they want to make them as universal as possible.
Yeah.
Like for people like us that actually would swap out pieces for shinies.
Yeah.
If they do stickers, let's just hope that they have the transparent backgrounds, because they can do that. They just don't really do it a whole lot.
Right. Yeah, we'll see. We'll kind of see what happens there. You know. Well, let's see.
Would you buy a $300 set of a Gigantamax Charizard and then buy more pieces to make it a shiny Gigantamax Charizard?
Oh, man. It's a tough one.
The answer is I would not for 300. I would do it for 200 though.
Right, yeah.
Once.
Oh man. Well, there we go. Now I have a stairway that you could use to get up to the top there. That's always fun.
Yeah! I'm part of the Minecrafts.
Right.
Hooray!
Hooray! Mining and crafting and mining.
Hmm.
I'm trying to make something in the ends right now.
But yeah, I was pointing out on one video, I was like, so with the now that they're adding those 4-person blimps, more or less, that means that they've done the actual first step, the first necessary step towards a true end update, because now you can easily fly between the end islands without having to worry about falling into the abyss.
Not true.
Hi, shiny Relicanth. It's 1 in 60. That's why I'm not excited.
Alright. You've been waiting on that, though.
This is number 3.
See, I would be more excited if you could actually, like, say, hey, Caps Lock, here, you can have one of these for your game.
Sure, you want one? I'm catching 6 of them.
I thought you were playing on, like, a ROM hack or something.
No, this is vanilla.
Playing on Sapphire, but he's using a hack thing for the e-reader.
Yeah.
Wait, so you can actually transfer up all of those Relicanth after all?
Yes. They classify as
then.
perfectly legal encounters. The only real caveat is that they all have Rock Tomb.
How is that?
I know, right?
Though?
I don't know.
I will gladly take one of those off your hands, though, because
sure.
I love Relicanth.
Let me just grab a few more, and then I can trade them all up to Sword and Shield. That's a Chincho. I don't want Chincho in this particular context.
Everyone loves that thing.
Everyone loves Chincho.
Yeah.
Let's see if I'm actually doing this right.
Hi, Shiny
Don't mind
Relican.
me, just oranging the ceiling of this place.
Shout out to Orange.
Oranging the ceiling, huh?
Which came first, Orange the fruit or Orange the color?
That's a good question. I would imagine it's the fruit, and that the color is named after it. Let's see here.
Which came first, the potato or the tomato?
The potato.
I was gonna say, it seems likely that the potato came first.
Let's see. Yeah, the word orange
Potato.
for the fruit came first, and the color was later named after it.
Oh, nice.
So, according to Google.
Very cool. Remember, don't avoid school because you learn more things on the Minecraft podcast.
Right.
Yeah.
Potatoes were domesticated and cultivated earlier than tomatoes, with evidence suggesting potato cultivation in South America as far back as 8,000 to 5,000 BC, while tomatoes were domesticated and cultivated in Mexico by 500 BC.
There was never a tomato famine.
Mm-hmm. So
That's because no one likes tomatoes.
No, I'll be honest with you, I really don't.
Well, the funny thing is that both of them were kind of feared at first when they were adopted in like European diets because people thought they were poisonous. You know? So the tomato, for example, is a relative of the deadly nightshade plant. So basically people thought the fruits were poisonous for the longest time, and there was a rather famous incident where a man sat down and ate like a bushel of tomatoes while a violinist played a somber tune because people literally thought he was killing himself.
Oh my god.
You know. But yeah, the thing is, potatoes are poisonous if you don't like properly trim the eyes off before eating them. So like if you let them sit too long and they start growing eyes, then yeah, you have to get rid of those before you eat them, or they can seriously hurt you.
Yes.
So
I mean, even Minecraft has poisoned potatoes.
yeah.
Yeah, that's where they got it from.
So
Can you what are poisonous potatoes used for? Like I genuinely have no idea.
If you get the DLC, or if you get the specific add-on, it can be used for a number of things.
Yeah, I know there's a April Fool's add-on, I'm aware.
But other than that, they are the most useless item in the game.
Oh,
And they're intentionally made to be the most useless item in the game. Because all they do is poison you.
You should be able to plant them and grow more potatoes. Because that's what you do with
You can't even do that
in real life.
Never. I just realized that April Fool's Day is next week. I'm terrified now.
Oh my god, you're right, it is.
Oh yeah, I mentioned it, and yeah, there it is.
Man, you know what that... No, I have an idea that I should hold off on talking about.
Right.
And then the day after April Fool's Day is the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Damn.
We're moving up.
That is kind of that's kind of close.
Right.
You get to see all the new Mario Kart 9 footage.
Yes.
And Pokemon Legends ZA, the last video game on the Nintendo Switch.
Which will definitely be optimized for the Switch 2.
No,
Yes.
it definitely won't.
Yeah, I was gonna
Look
say
at
this
it
is
now.
what we're talking about.
It's not even optimized for the Switch 1.
Uh, Nah, every time they do, like every time they drop a new console these days, especially if it's backwards compatible, they end up dropping a game that's like technically on the previous console, but it's really kind of meant for the new one, you know? And I feel like that's kind of what we're gonna get with ZA. Like,
Like, I do feel like they were holding off on it for a reason, but
because now it's set to launch late this year, which that would be
yeah.
the timing that the new console should be coming out, right? So like, kind of.
But you also have to remember with Pokemon is that they have this really annoying habit of releasing like games in their like right at the very end of a console's lifespan.
Uh-huh. No, I get that.
Like
I
like and
I
they've done that so many times and it's
I'm
just it
aware.
They did it with Ultra Sun and Moon. They did it with Black and White 2.
Uh-huh.
Did it with
Black and
Emerald.
White 2 to this day pisses me off at how fast they got rid of that game. Like, but I had literally not even beaten that game at 100. Like, I had not even beaten that game by the time the next fucking game had come out.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Kind of annoying.
Yeah, I really do like people gripe about the DLC and having to pay the extra money, but I would much rather have that than have them literally just cobble together a whole extra pair of games out of the same engine and try to get them to buy it but to pay full price for a new for a pair of quote unquote new games, you know, like that have maybe like
I
two or three new Pokemon, you know.
no, I think I was mostly upset. I was mostly upset at the fact that like they didn't give Black and White 2 any time to breathe.
Yeah.
Like it was just like it's like here's that sequel you guys have been waiting for. Here comes the next game. Like
Yeah. Well, and again, that was because for them, Black and White 2 were technically like the quote unquote a third game, but they actually made them into a pair, which was an annoying trend that they would continue into Sun and Moon, you know, with Ultra Sun and Moon.
which is
But
funny too,
yeah,
because when I remember when Sun and Moon came out, that was actually the first time people were crying for the games to go DLC.
yeah, people were crying for DLC, and they got two extra games, and then they started bitching for DLC more, and then they finally got DLC, and people were like, "Oh my gosh, DLC, and we have to pay for it."
Why
Ew!
not? Why isn't it two versions again? why
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 isn't
are
it
we paying
another
$60
pair of
instead of
smaller
30?
games?
Right? Yeah, those people,
Exactly.
like seriously, the people who were crying for new games instead of DLC. Sorry, you guys. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
Thanks, Riley, yeah.
That's not your own best interest. That's that's like a certain voter demographic.
I'm fine with the
Anyway.
DLC packages.
Same.
Sword and Shield specifically because it's half the price of the game. It's of the base game. Scarlet Violet not so much, just because it generally feels lackluster and it costs technically more than half of the original package. Which it's.
I did feel like X and Y, or not X and Y, but Sword and Shield. I felt like their DLC actually helped complete the game more, whereas with these games, it kind of just felt like extra. You know,
Yeah.
like it wasn't actually like a necessity as much.
Yeah.
But it felt like it was like it should have like it's a major part of Sword and Shield.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's something where Sword and Shield, the main game, uh, the main game, especially kind of the post game part of the main game that was actually part of the thing, kind of pissed me off. But you know, but yeah, the DLC I thought was really nice. It's just, you know, I don't know. I felt like for the most part the DLC for Sword and Shield was kind of extraneous, but
Yeah.
you know, it's something where because you could argue that Scarlet and Violet's DLC kind of does more to make a complete gaming experience out of it, since they have
For story purposes, yes,
because the Blueberry,
but I meant more in like features.
Yeah, as far
Yeah.
as features, yes, because the Dynamax adventures that they added in the Sword and Shield DLC basically are the only reason I'm still playing that game. You know,
Yeah.
it keeps me playing it every fucking week. But yeah, story wise though, you could have just left him on the cutting room floor and nobody would have gave a shit.
I have
whereas with
a bold take.
yeah, but with Scarlet and Violet's DLC, you get to have the new characters interacting with with the old characters from the main game, and it's just kind of a fun little deal. And I know that they have the tag tournament thing in Sword and Shield, but that never really interested me terribly much. So
Yeah, you still haven't done it.
yeah, I still haven't totally.
And don't worry, you're not missing anything. It is not interesting. The only reward you get is $1 million. Oh
boy.
$1 million.
Speaking of that, did you hear that Mike Myers is playing Elon Musk on Saturday Night Live?
Yes.
No.
Yeah, he was. He showed up. He showed up as Elon
Donna,
Musk.
what are you doing? You're sitting in my chair.
Yeah,
whatever.
He showed up as Elon Musk on Saturday Night Live, and he started talking about how Tesla's stock is falling, and he's like, and I've lost $1 billion.
Hell yeah!
Puts the finger up.
That's amazing.
Just, oh man, I saw that on the news today. I had a chuckle, but
like I mean, what's amusing to me is it's not $1 million, or it's not $1 billion even. It's beyond that.
Well,
It's a lot more.
I think he was saying it was like he was like talking about Elon's net worth, and I think he said he might have actually said $100 billion. Like,
Hunger, why do you have a whole bunch of zombies coming out of your hole?
I don't know why the zombies are suddenly coming out of the hole. Like,
where's the zombie hole?
Oh, it is kind of dark in here, isn't it? Okay, they're coming up out of
your
this
zombie
place.
hole.
The zombie hole.
Here is where they're coming out of. Let's see.
Zombie hole. Turn up your volume. They say, bruh.
Yeah. Bruh.
Brains.
I was gonna say my take on the Pokemon DLC. I feel like they put more into the first package than they do in the second package. That's how I feel about Sword and Shield's DLC, and that's how I feel about Scarlet and Violet's DLC.
I mean,
I feel like they put their better foot forward in the first package, and then they just kind of throw shit together in the second package.
Well, like I said, the second package.
I felt the opposite way with Sword and Shield.
So, yeah, for Sword and Shield, the second package is where we get the Max Adventures from. So it's kind of, like I said, in terms of giving people something to do in game. Max Adventures are one of the most rewarding things and one of the most time-consuming things that they've to do. So
yeah,
I have to give them the props for that. But yeah, it would have been nice to have slightly better odds on certain things. But
Sorry, I should have specified. I was speaking about the story that you're only gonna read once.
Yeah.
See,
there's like Isle of Armor, you get the entire quest line with the rival and then Kubfu, and then in the Crown Tundra, it's just the legendaries with unmodified catch rates. And I'm not talking about Max Adventures, I'm talking about the Reggies, Calyrex, the birds.
Right, because you're dealing with Peony and his little thing, and
yeah.
And his
thing.
Well, his whole thing is let's go on an adventure and catch a bunch of legendaries. So that's literally all he wants to do for the story. So that's literally what the story is just catching a bunch of legendaries.
And you get to Scarlet Violet.
Cool.
You get the
Yeah.
entire quest line with Ogerpon and the Loyal Three, and
Oh,
then
man.
you get to Indigo Disc and Emo
Ogerpon is
Kid,
just
Turtle.
delightful.
Yes.
Like she's so fun.
But then you get to the Indigo Disc story, and it's Emo Kid and Turtle. That's literally it.
Right. Well, and the thing is, you do get some fun things if you bring Ogerpon to fight him. Like,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
have some unique little story moments there. He's like, "Oh, you didn't just bring the ogre here."
Oh, I did just bring the ogre here.
He's like, "Oh, yes, I did."
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna
here. Yeah.
I'm gonna use my synchro machine so my brain can be in her brain.
Right.
It's all ogre.
It's all ogre now.
for him.
It's all ogre for you.
I'm going to bash things with this stick.
Mm-hmm. But yeah. I think Ogerpon was the most pleasant surprise of that whole game. Because going into that, like, you know, with when you had just the silhouette to go by, and you didn't know what Ogerpon was going to look like, you know, it did not look very inspiring. People were just like, eh, you know, like it wasn't really something people were getting super hyped over, you know. And then when you
until they saw the real thing, and then
right, then you get to see the reveal with her face and everything, and it's like, oh my gosh, she's just precious. You know?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. When I first saw Ogerpon, I thought the mask was its face, and I was just like, "Oh, okay." And then,
you know, it, like I said, it with the mask, it just didn't really look like anything, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, the thing is, if you look back at the teasers for it, you see that there's actually, like, it's showing like a silhouette of, you know, something else behind the mask, you know. But you know, it was all in silhouette, so you don't really know. Like, you're just kind of like, okay, yeah. This is whatever.
And then the day before, hi, Shiny Relicanth. The day before the update dropped, they dropped the Pokemon home renders accidentally, and I saw Ogerpon's face in there for the first time, and I was like, "Oh, all right." Like it was just you know, the default render essentially.
Yeah.
I didn't really assume much out of it, and then I played it, and I saw Ogerpon emote and do all her Ogerpon things. And I was like, oh my god, this is one of the best Pokemon they've ever created.
She's just so cute, and like yeah, the emotes her the emotions that she has, you know, in the scenes that she's in, really do bring her to life. You know, so
yeah,
you know. It's she went from meh Pokemon people weren't really that excited about to we must protect her at any costs.
We really went from this Pokemon is unremarkable to handing her a baseball bat and said, "Go do a crime."
Do crime, yeah. Like,
yep.
You know, but yeah, so.
I guess the lesson is don't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
Unless the cover is Blood Moon Ursaluna, because I fell in love with it immediately.
Yeah.
I know, right? Same.
Yeah.
I saw the render of it before the update came out, and I was like, oh my god, this is one of the coolest fucking Pokemon they've ever made.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, no, Blood Moon was definitely a good idea.
Give it a top hat, make it her.
Oh my gosh. Get out of here, llama. You make me
Five Nights at Freddy.
Yeah.
Five Nights Freddy.
Yeah.
Freddy Five Night.
Right.
Yes.
Just nickname it Fazbear.
And look out, it's right behind you.
Right.
Honey, why is Freddy Fazbear going through our fridge?
Right. Oh man. Oh man. Go away, llama.
Let me see if these Relicanth can transfer to Switch, because I haven't tried it yet.
Oh, okay. That might be a good thing to try.
I've taken some Pokemon to Heart Gold Soul Silver, but I haven't taken them past that yet.
I see. Oh.
Oh.
I see.
air.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Okay. What? Oh shit.
I still have 13 slots left for the soundboard.
Can we squeeze a Jack Black line somewhere in there?
You bet we can.
Oh no.
Just the one, though. Any more? If you have more than one Jack Black sound clip, he'll appear in the Discord at one point.
Oh,
Like Joe
God.
Hendry.
No.
Yes, or Beetlejuice.
Alright.
Let's see. What would be a good Jack Black line to put in a soundboard?
The fligagoo goo goo.
There you go.
Craft.
Minecraft. Yes.
I mean, it's
that
in
actually that one
that
has
channel.
to happen. Jack Black saying Minecraft.
Hell yeah! I contributed another thing to this Discord.
Yeah, there we go. Alright, perfect. Now
Or
it's
maybe we should wait for the. I was gonna say maybe we should wait for the movie to come out just in case they release a version without the trailer sound effects. Ah, fuck it. Who cares? Just
we can
put
always
that shit
replace
in
it
there.
later.
Hold on. Did he actually?
What?
Wait, what?
What did I do? I didn't do it. Whatever it is.
Go away, llama.
Go away, llama.
Kill it.
Like the rest.
Can I actually do this? I have to try.
Well, I mean, can't you just like take the video and then just like remove the video from it and just have the audio?
Hold up. Let me go. Let me put this in.
I mean, I can redo that with just the audio if you need me to, and then send it to you.
I could do that. That's not hard.
Yeah, see, my editor doesn't let me do that. It forces me to do video clips.
Yeah.
But Caps has tools for music making, so.
But yeah, check Stream Team real quick.
Me. Man, I have so many fucking tabs open. Hang on.
I've never played the game because I do love simulation. I am building rocks and shit and playing fucking Minecraft.
Oh my god.
Hell yeah.
Damn.
We should all be like Jack Black.
Oh my god. Bro.
Hopefully I don't get copyright claimed for that.
You shouldn't. It's a 10-second clip.
Alright. I am building rocks and shit and playing fucking Minecraft.
Now, if it was that on loop for 10 minutes, then yes, you would get copyright claim for that.
Yeah.
But it's not on loop, right?
Yeah, right.
Right.
Now I took the clip of the Minecraft kid, the one that's like, get the fuck out of my room, I'm playing Minecraft. And
Get the fuck out of my room, I'm playing Minecraft.
And I just took the part where he says I'm playing Minecraft and put Skeletor over it, so it's.
I'm playing Minecraft.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh wow! Thank you. I caught 6 relicanth, and he gave me a cherry berry. Hell yeah! All right, I need to find my other DS in black too. Hang on a minute.
All right, let's see here.
Zipper ASMR.
Right.
What the fuck?
Listen, you ever just play your zipper like a guitar?
No, not particularly. No.
Yeah, what kind of idiot would do that? Am I right?
Let's see if
Although I could see somebody using a zipper for a guitar pick, like in
Yeah.
a pinch.
Jack Black be like,
Right.
let's be real, he would fucking do that.
Right.
I made a thing in the end.
What sort of thing did you shove in the end?
Hang on, I'll
Well, in the end, it doesn't even matter.
True.
well, yeah, but you know. Send to.
Alrighty.
There we go.
Did I tell you guys I love RNG manipulating my Pokemon Gen 5 games?
You may have mentioned something about it.
Yeah. Did I mention that they let you can pick your own trainer ID?
Oh yeah.
You could also choose your secret ID, but because you never see it, I just said, alright, just let it be whatever, I don't care.
Right.
But my trainer ID in both my Black and my Black 2 games are 42069.
Oh nice, yeah.
Yeah. Amazing.
Because when I was reading the guide, they said your trainer ID can be any number between 0 and 65,535, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna choose 42069 because I'm a mature adult.
Right.
Yes. I would do this. I would have done the same thing. Where's this raft?
Man, remember Gen 5's transfer minigame?
Uh-huh.
There's a Relicanth in the grass now. That don't make sense.
Relicanth in the grass.
What are they doing in the grass? They don't belong there.
This one's a good clip, too. It's just Jack Black saying, just Steven it up in the Minecraft universe.
Oh,
No
God.
shot he says that.
Yes.
Oh my god. Hang on.
Alright. I have to mute you guys for a second.
Okay. Okay.
Oh. Now to go back to what the fuck is this even place? All right. Derp the chest pad's still over here.
Nice. I like the chest pets.
Yeah.
They can stay.
Too bad they're just stranded out here. Where's my guy at? Yeah, you never finished this weird painting thing over here.
Yeah, I don't know. I got kind of overwhelmed with it. It wasn't turning out quite as I imagined it would, so I kind of left it there. I might pick it back up later. Who knows?
Meanwhile, there's this massive Tetris shitting things going on over here.
The end is a silly place.
You know, instead of jumping in the port, I'm just going to use the tail to move back.
And that's why the chest pets keep getting stranded.
There we go.
Holy shit! One of the shiny Pokemon I caught has Pokerus.
Oh, nice.
Oh my god. That's insane.
That is insane. Holy fucking shit.
Where the fuck are you going, Hunger? Hang on. I'm gonna move to where you are.
He's at the gold.
Yeah!
Oh, he was. Now I'm looking at the stream and seeing where he is.
Yeah, he's at the gold.
So there's a
Just Steven it up in the Minecraft universe.
Oh my god.
Alright.
Where?
That's now on our soundboard.
nice.
GG's.
Just
Yeah.
Steven it up in the Minecraft universe.
GD no re.
Alright, gamers, it's the moment of truth. Will these Pokemon transfer to Pokemon Bank? Find out after this ad break. Hunger, put in an ad break.
Are you underground somewhere? Oh, I see your character's name. Hang on.
This 20-second advertisement brought to you by Gamersups.
This video is sponsored by my mom. She said she would make pizza pockets for anyone who subscribed.
Oh dang.
This
Damn.
video is sponsored by this.
Jeez.
This video is brought to you by the letter H.
Yo, H. Shout out to H. Gotta be one of my favorite letters.
Yeah.
Oops. Oh,
Oh,
there. I'm going in.
interesting.
Sorry for blowing.
I got unfortunate news, Caps. It's not letting me send the Relicanth.
Oh no. Is it not passing the hack check?
Nope.
That sucks.
I was transferring
F.
Relicanth, Metatite, and Kecleon, and for some reason, only the Kecleons passed the hack check.
Of course, the shiny.
If it's got a move that it can't normally learn, that might be the reason.
Metatite
Yeah, it is.
has
So
Skill Swap. The Relicanth have Rock Tomb.
Right. Because you were saying that the little outbreak thing lets them learn moves that they don't normally learn.
Yeah.
So that might be the culprit.
They removed the move that they don't normally learn from them.
Yeah!
Whatever. I'll check later. I'll check them out later. See what's wrong.
Uh-huh.
Well, Caps, do you want a shiny Kecleon? It's blue.
Nah. Actually,
Fair.
I don't even know the last game you can use Kecleon in.
BDSP.
BSP.
I'm fine with that. I'm good. But thank you though.
Yeah.
Speaking of shiny Pokemon, I was in the Monomyth servers earlier today, and apparently they are implementing a thing similar to the Pokemon Stadium system of Pokemon coloring.
Yeah, I saw this a few days ago.
Yeah.
They got like 30 some different color variations for shit like Ariados.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it looked interesting. Yeah. So.
Yeah, they showed it to us, and like in the Cloverback rooms, and we were thinking about it.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we actually will.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think we will, because I mean, a lot of people recognize the palettes for what they are in Clover. Like, I mean, because like some Clovermon only work because of their palettes.
I feel like it could be a fun thing to do for certain mons. Like, maybe not for everything, but I feel like if it was implemented selectively for just a few things, it could be fun. Kind of like Spinda, how Spinda has like the different patterns on it, you know. So yeah, I feel like if you did it selectively for certain things.
Okay, so
it could be.
I shouldn't talk about this, but I'm going to.
Oh.
So in the back room, so the reason why we got shown it off early, anyways, was because about a week or two ago, I had made pallets for Birdhouse. And basically, all of the Birdhouse forms that I made are all different wood variations. I literally used all the different the wood types or the wood colors from Minecraft for Birdhouse. So actually, yeah, there are sprites of Birdhouse in every fucking wood variation from Minecraft.
I was gonna say mahogany, but there's no mahogany in
Mahogany.
That is mahogany. Awesome. Birdhouse is one of my favorite Clovermons.
Yeah. So.
And
so that would be a really good candidate for it. But yeah, like so that's what I'm saying is that there are certain Pokemon that I think would benefit from that more than others. I feel like Chompest is one that you could do a bunch of different color variants with.
Chompest, we're doing something different with Chompest.
Yeah,
I can't tell you what, but
but I was just using it as an example because you have a bunch of different variants as to what type of treasure chest it is, you know.
The wood grains,
wood, you know, like
the wood grain makes it really easy to be able to swap out like what the coloration is, at least. Like that was what the plan was or the thought was with Birdhouse, anyways.
Yeah.
I mean,
can't wait to see that.
Well, because like I said, I did these sprites, but even I'm still thinking it's a little much because there's like 12 different birdhouses now, and like 3 or 4 of them all look like pretty identical.
Yeah,
because
and you can cut the ones that are like that are you know. Just
that's what I'm saying. Like we're still like I made them all, but it doesn't mean we're going to use them all. You know what I'm saying? Like I might.
It's still in concept. So
we gave him like the Douster treatment where you like gave him a whole bunch of like color outline.
Yeah, it's something like that. It's more.
Well,
it's trying to be simple though.
Of something that you're already doing that's kind of like that, you know, where you have the different things for Douster.
Yeah, the thing that you did with Douster is fucking amazing, and I can't wait to use one now.
But yeah, so So yeah, like I said, I think that's kind of the right direction to go, is just not do everything like that, but have like a select group of Pokemon that's kind of got the that going on.
Yeah, because while Monomyth has a lot of really good ideas, it's like not all of them can be adapted perfectly to Clover. Like we can't, we couldn't just take like that idea wholesale and have
Yeah,
it
no,
work
I get
for
it.
us.
I get
Speaking
it.
of
I wasn't really
I wonder what
suggesting it. I was just saying it was an interesting thing. Like.
Oh yeah, it's
Speaking-
definitely interesting. I was like, we were really impressed at how they pulled it off. Like when we saw it in the first place. Like,
Speaking of
Okay.
Monolith, what are they doing right now?
They're still working on it. Like, it's something where I think it went through some leadership changes and whatnot, where the people who started working on it aren't the people who are managing it now. Like, so it's just gone through stuff like that where it's been through.
I'm just waiting for they
changes
they
they
got
made.
they got Grease working on it with them now.
Yeah, because originally I think it was Rule who was heading it up, or not Rule.
Yeah. It was.
Was it Rule?
I
Yeah,
remember.
it was Rule.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. It was Rule that was heading it up, and I guess she had problems with some people, and I know Mantiger was involved with it at one point.
And you were. Are you still involved with it?
I was basically asked to help help create characters. So
yeah, I remember the live stream where we were just drawing characters for Monomyth.
Yeah, so for Monomyth, I created two. I drew two. I did concept drawings for two different trainer classes. A guitar, a female guitarist, and a pro wrestler. And so those theoretically are still slated to be worked into sprites for the main game. And I really wanted to do more for Monomyth, but all of my suggestions, all of my Pokemon submissions and whatnot that I created for it were rejected. So,
Ooh.
So I did try to create a Mon or two, but like I just, most of my I had a lot of Mons that were really nice that were being used for Pokemon Scale and Fang, and I was basically told not to reuse them for Monomyth. So I feel like a lot of those would have done really well in Monomyth, but at this time they're kind of caught up in Scalar Fang. So yeah. And I personally, I don't see why it would have been a big deal to have the Fakemon show up in both, but because it's like, hey, that's just, let's let you know that I worked on both games, but hey, like. Yeah, I get it. They want their game to look different from the other one.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I mean, I see nothing wrong with pitching your Mons to multiple projects, because if they get rejected from one, at least you still have a chance to put them somewhere else.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is most of the, like, I had a lot of Mons. For Pokemon Scale and Fang, I literally had over 70 Fakemon that were accepted. And I think that they went back and rejected some of them later, but originally that was the number. Is there were literally 70, but the thing is they didn't tell me which ones they were axing after the fact, so I was kind of just like going, okay, which ones of these can I use in this other project then, like. So and I've seen sprites for a bunch of my Mons starting to materialize on that end. So I'm very excited about that. I think I also I think I may have also designed one of the gym leaders. So, because they were saying that they needed a gym leader, and I came up with this concept for a fairy tale librarian. A librarian character that uses fairy types, and I believe that was accepted. So,
So it seems I'm not the only person who's finding their stuff in random ass fucking Pokemon games years later.
well, like I said, it's one of those things where Scale and Fang is where I submitted most of my stuff to. So we'll see how much of that ends up being reused as assets elsewhere. But but like I said, so yeah, I created a bevy of Pokemon for Scale and Fang. At one point, I had about half of the freaking decks that was my guys. But they got some new people in there, and so they started kind of culling some of my guys out to make room for some of the new ones.
Yeah.
Which is nice. But like I said, it was nice. It was one of those things where I was enjoying the fact that I had so many guys in there, and and like I said, there wasn't a lot of communication. It was just like, oh yeah, we decided not to do that. It's like, okay.
Yeah, sometimes when they like remake like a mon that like I've worked on or something, or they come up with like a new concept for it, like I still kind of feel like attached to that mon.
Right.
Like for instance, like Kekroach, for instance. Like
Yeah.
I came up with the idea for Kekroach like a year before Clover. And when I was throwing out names for him or names for mons and everything, I was like, well, why don't I give him Kekroach? And they changed the concept to be less of a a mon that can literally survive a nuke to to a prankster sort of deal.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's rather unfortunate that it kind of went down that path, and I'm trying to find some way to get my version of Kekroach back.
Yeah.
But
Make a split Evo.
Yeah. Yes, I guess. Yeah.
no new mons.
That's a buzzkill.
That's the new, or that is Squeets's stance. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
the dex is finalized.
Boo.
Right.
Yeah. So basically, just redesigned Kekroach completely. Is what I'm
Oh,
hearing.
it's not like it wouldn't be like a redesign or anything. If anything, it'd probably be just like an alternate form.
Basically, what he was saying is that his original concept was that it was going to be a bulky mon that can survive a whole bunch because the joke is it's a cockroach, so it's hard to kill. But they chose to make it a prankster mon instead, and make it more of like a kind of frail mon that gets priority moves on statuses, like.
Oh, okay.
Like, so they basically changed what type of mon it was, it's not the design. It's just that they changed the.
They're just changing the concept.
They changed the concept of it, and so he was saying that he wanted to.
Honestly, I would
have that original concept get used somewhere, because it'd be closer to the.
That doesn't seem like a terrible idea for the mon. It makes perfect sense for it.
Yeah.
All right. Let's try this again.
Because the thing with a lot of the Mimons is that I designed a lot of them, but I didn't name a lot of them. Like, I wasn't really there for like the name and the Pokedex and all that stuff. So, like, I just did the character designs and I was like, yeah, just do whatever the fuck you want with them.
I didn't name D's nuts.
Yeah.
Somebody else did, and you can tell because the spelling is horrible.
Somebody else named these nuts.
I mean, I just want more recognition for a lot of my favorite Clovermons. I mean, sure, everyone loves Galabeast, obviously.
Oh, you don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm probably not. I'm probably unaware of something very.
For the record, Galavist was one of the first.
Yes!
Was one of the first ones that I wanted to make special.
Uh-huh.
Oh, and that's one of them.
Like, so I actually did do something special with Galavist. I can't tell you what, but I can tell you that I did do something nice to him.
I got good news.
Oh,
the
I can't wait
Pokemon
to
are
see-
transferred over now.
Oh, yay.
It was
Oh,
a
it's gonna be-
very stupid reason. Well,
Yeah.
the Metatites were rejected for a stupid reason. The Relicants were rejected for a very funny reason.
Yeah.
So, I said earlier that the Metatites have skill swap, right?
Uh-huh.
Metatite cannot learn skill swap in Gen 3, but it can in Gen 9.
Oh, okay.
And as for why the Relicanth was rejected, it had 2 of its move slots were Rock Tomb. That's why it was rejected.
Oh, it had Rock Tomb in 2 slots.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Oh, I'm betting like the whole Galactic line is gonna have like a.
So I just
Pokemon
deleted
pack.
skill swap and then one of the Rock Tombs, and they were able to go over perfectly fine.
That's funny.
Wait, what was that, Solus?
I'm willing to bet that the Galactic line is gonna have like different like Pokeball variations on it.
Two
You
through the
might
Escalade.
be onto something,
Alright.
but that's all I'm going to say.
Alright.
Okay,
I still
then I'm gonna bet that that's what's gonna be.
Alright.
I don't. I'm not telling you.
Yeah.
I'm not telling you.
It's kind of
Like, I'll let you guess. I'll let you
It's
guess.
kind of like what I get. It's kind of
That's
like
what
when
that's what I'm gonna believe. Damn it!
It's kind of like when I use my writer's intuition to kind of guess what's going to happen in an anime. It's not necessarily meant to be a spoiler, but it happens sometimes. But it's like a lot of the time I'm right, you know. You know, like Solo Leveling had a cliffhanger today, and I was like, I bet I know how he's getting out of that.
Yeah, I do that with comic books a lot.
Yeah. Well, like basically the cliffhanger is that like one of the characters is about to die. Like, you know, it's the blonde chick is about to die, and his potions and whatnot aren't working because she's basically like too far gone to heal that way. And so, you know, so like that's basically where they end the episode, is like him like turning around and looking at something, and I'm like, you know, I was sitting there thinking about it earlier today, and I was like, oh, I bet I know how he gets out of that, because they had they had a healer with them, but he died. You know, they targeted down the healer first. You know, like, you know, standard
As one does.
yeah, standard RPG tactics. Get rid of the healer first, then kill the rest of the team. So the healer's dead. But the thing is, the protagonist has basically a necromancy skill that lets him summon the shadow of a corpse and have it serve under him. And so I'm like, oh, he's just gonna arise the freaking dead healer and have it become one of his servants, and then have it heal her. Yeah. But yeah.
Move preparations are complete. There are 18 Pokemon that can be moved. Hell yeah, they are all perfectly legal.
Yeah.
Yo.
Perfectly
Oh
legal
my
in every
God.
way.
We love perfectly legal around here.
All right.
On a related topic, Caps, you said you wanted a Relicanth?
Yeah.
I mean, at the moment, I don't. My Switch isn't even charged, but I can take one later if you'd like to. See, I don't know what I have though.
I don't want anything.
Like, I've got boxes and boxes of things. I could probably come up with an extra shiny
Caps,
for you.
these are 1 in 64 shinies. I do not value them at all.
I'll take one of them next.
Sure.
Let me just.
Trade me a Nickit because it's funny.
Well, I just.
Just nick it.
Yes.
I don't know if I have a Nickit in the boxes at the moment. Of
Go
my,
find a Nickit.
Right.
If I have one in the bin
Steven
filled
it up.
with.
How
Minecraft
dare you
universe.
not have a Nickit? Okay. How dare you?
My name's Nick, and
I
I
have
want
one
a
in-
Nickit.
I don't even know.
You're gonna nick it up.
Yeah.
Steven it up in the Minecraft
Depends
universe.
if I have one in the filled with garbage Wonder Trade water.
Spoiler warning: every single one of their IVs are awful.
Oh no.
Well, I'm going to see if that is the case.
No, wait, hang on. This one, it has perfect special attack.
Oh man, what a great thing for a Relicanth to have.
Yes.
Alright, link trade. Set link code. Yes, the
It's going to be the same link
he-
code as before.
What if he doesn't want to do a link trade? What if he wants a Zelda trade?
Womp womp.
Yo, I would be more than happy to trade Breath of the Wild for Echoes of Wisdom. Because
Breath
God
of
knows
the
I have,
Wisdom.
I
Echoes
have
of
not
Wild.
touched Breath of the Wild in like, I want to say 3 or 4 years.
Oh jeez, yeah.
Epic. Here, you can have this one.
Oh, I forgot about the shiny dust gloss back here. Holy shit.
That's not Nickit.
I know. I know it's not. Oh, here we go.
Ah,
Oh my god, he really does have a Nickit.
I think this might have been like a Wonder Trade fodder, Nickit.
Hi, Nickit.
Past me.
it's Nickit.
It is a Nickit. I like Nickit for no reason whatsoever.
Right?
Who the fuck just found a shiny?
That sounded like. Oh, and a dive build.
Yeah.
Dive bowl.
Where else do you find Relicanth? You find it under the water.
Alright.
You know what? Yes, I'll receive trainer's name card. Here we go.
And what does my league card look like? Oh, that's a pretty good one. I've definitely taken better pictures, though.
Oh no, it's.
Did you ever wonder what PLA sounds like with hacks?
All the time.
I should probably move those two at.
You hear the shiny sound effect all the time, and the only music you hear is the alpha Pokemon, near an alpha Pokemon song.
Alright.
And it's just, and then it's like you're just flying through the map, and it's just.
Right?
And it's all Bidoofs.
It's all Bidoofs, the
Yeah.
occasional Kricketot, maybe a Starly every now and then.
I mean, what do you want me to do?
I catch every Bidoof I see.
Right?
Oh yeah, Solus, I have no idea if that's a Star Shiny or a Square Shiny.
I mean, I don't really care if it is or not.
Fair.
I mean, Square Shinies don't even exist anymore. They existed for one gen.
They existed for one
I
game.
don't give it down.
One game. Yeah, more specifically.
Oh man.
All I care about is that it's shiny and it deserves to go into my home decks.
Right.
Yeah!
So true.
Right.
I like Shiny Relicanth. It's very blue.
And blue.
And you're so red and short. We had the perfect little yin yang thing we had going.
I'm glad you picked up on that.
Yes. Bro, I've seen every episode of DBZ like maybe 3 or 4 times.
Right.
Just Steven it up in the Minecraft universe.
Who up mining their craft right now?
Right.
I'm not. I'm playing Pokemon.
I mean, what do you want me to do? Not catch every Bidoof I see?
Yeah, shout out to BDSP for removing Square Shiny. It's got to be one of my favorite things ever.
Guys like, I'm not sure the end portals are big enough to let them enter and exit the end. Dude, an end portal is 3x3. A fucking ghast is 3x3.
Right.
You know what I bet the reason is for getting rid of Square Shinies is that so many people were getting confused on how they worked. I bet that's the number one reason.
Here's
I
the
think
thing.
it's more the fact that they were a waste of fucking time, because
Yeah,
if they were going to have like a second set of shiny fucking sparkles, why not just make a second set of shinies?
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, with better color palettes than some of these fucking things have. Like, I would have hunted for a fucking better looking shiny on some of these fucking super subtle shiny mons that have really crappy color palettes. Yeah. Like,
Yeah, all these Relicanth are Star Sparkles.
okay.
Except I don't know about the one I gave to Solus though. That's
They're Starkles.
All I know is that this and the shiny dust clouds need to be placed in home forever until they have a use of something for a future game.
although here's a little fun little tidbit. You remember the shiny Rayquaza event they had in Scarvi?
Uh-huh.
That's a Square Shiny.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, guaranteed every single time.
Huh.
Why you just
So if you
catch
move
it
it
from
back
the
to
event?
one of the other games, then it becomes...
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yes.
Which one again?
The
The
Rayquaza
Rayquaza and Scarvi.
from the recent Scarlet Violet event where you had to catch it
Where
in
you
a
have
raid
where you-
battle.
Yeah,
Oh.
you catch shiny Rayquaza.
I'll have to look at that.
If you move it back to the previous game, it's a Square Shiny apparently.
Yeah, I'll have to
At least
look into
both
that.
the ones I caught were Square Shinies. I assume it's for everyone.
Shout out to all the people who were in on that event.
Since I've already got the Star Shiny Rayquaza. We got that from the Max Adventures.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's another layer. All the shinies from Max Adventures have Star Sparkles guaranteed. They can never have squares.
That's
I
interesting.
wish I could have a shiny of literally anything from DAs that wasn't already in Scarvi. I could just hunt those at any time.
The way Star Sparkles work is that it's guaranteed on Max Adventure Mons, and that's pretty much it. It's otherwise it's a 1 in 16 chance on Wild Mons in Swoosh.
Uh-huh.
The other 15 times you get Square Sparkles, and then the other way around. If you're hatching eggs, it's mostly Star Sparkles with the very rare Square Sparkles.
Yeah.
And Square Sparkles, other than the Rayquaza I mentioned, are guaranteed on shiny event Pokemon.
Yeah. Well, technically, that Rayquaza is an event Pokemon, but yeah.
Actually, yeah, true. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
So yeah, there you go. There's your reasoning.
Yeah.
In other unrelated news,
Hmm.
I am trying these peanut butter and jelly M&Ms, and they are fucking baller.
Nice.
Nice. Oh yeah, I
They
forgot
only
to
come in
mention-
like 4 colors.
Oh wow. Wonder why that is.
I forgot to mention the other games rule with Star Sparkles and Square Sparkles. In any game that isn't Swoosh, all the Pokemon have the 1 in 16 Square Sparkles chance.
I bet it's something to do with like the secret ID or something, like,
Yeah.
you know, or like, you know, some sort of hidden value that it uses to determine it.
Unless they're from Pokemon Go as well. If they're from Pokemon Go, it's always Square Sparkles.
Huh. Yeah. Probably because shinies are so much easier to get in Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
You have no idea.
You really have no idea, Hunger.
I mean, I've played Pokemon Go before. It's just, I stopped.
Like,
I
Lapras in Pokemon Go has a permanent, 1 in 64 chance of being shiny.
Jeez.
Certain mons have, odds that are like that. Where, that specific mon will always have, ridiculously low chances of, or ridiculously high chances of appearing shiny.
Yeah.
In Pokemon Go, if a legendary can be shiny, it's a 1 in 20 chance.
Nice, yeah.
They're very high.
Right. It's probably just because of how rare legendaries are in those games in the first place that they're like, oh man, it would be torture to make these things have really low shiny odds if they're not going to show up that often. So,
Yeah. Now, the reason why they're so high is that it gets people to spend more money.
Right. Well, that too, but it's something where because you can't just respawn them the way you can in the regular games. It's where so it's harder to shiny hunt them in Pokemon Go in that respect. So
Yeah, it's like if I can't catch the Articuno over here, it's like all I have to do is drive down the street 2 blocks and fight another one.
yeah. Come on, catch me, can you now? Catch me, Pokemon.
Where I'm at right now, though, it's on one side there's a gym, on the other side is a Pokestop, and then there's 3 buildings right behind me that they'll swap out whichever one's hosting the Gigantamax raid for the week.
Jeez.
I barely have to move to play Pokemon Go in my house.
Yeah. They made some of those changes during the pandemic when they didn't want people getting out of their house and doing stuff, So
I play the game how I'm supposed to. I actually, because I use their gathering app, and they meet up whenever they do events, and I'm just like, okay, I'll be there if I'm off that weekend, if I'm interested in the event, whatever's going on,
right.
And then I'll just show up in the and I just mind my own business, and I'm just chilling.
Yeah.
And I play it the proper way because I actually go for walks.
Yeah. Yeah. No, like I said,
walking outside? Yeah. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
It's you don't understand, man. I can I'm the guy who will go out and because I used to do fucking mountain climbing and shit back in the day. So it's I'll just go out and I'll walk in one fucking direction, and I'll just keep going for miles and miles and miles and miles, and I'll just look back and I'll be like, well, fuck. Now I got to return home. It's gonna take me hours.
Yeah. See, when I was playing, I would just go out to the local park, and there's Pokestops. There's 4 or 5 Pokestops there. So I would just go out there and just run laps around the park, or not run laps, but walk laps around the park. Yeah. And basically, every time, because I was doing a circuit, like a circle around the park, basically every time I got to a particular Pokestop, it was ready to spin again. So yeah.
Well, because
it was an efficient use of my time and everything, but it's just Well,
because where I live at, we have these small little reservoirs that are around on the outskirts of town, and they're about 2 miles distance walking all the way around them. And so what I'll do is like 2 or 3 laps around them, and hatch a couple eggs. And then there's like right at the front of them, like right at the front of the reservoir is like the signs for the Pokestops and gyms and stuff. And so like it's like you just do a lap, hatch your egg, come back around. It's like then you can do the gym, swipe and all that shit, and then do another lap, come back around, do it all over again.
Yeah. Yep. But yeah.
My leg muscles are the only part of me I know are actual muscles.
Yeah. So, before Pokemon Go came out, my parents would have me go on hikes with them and stuff, so I do have the muscles in there.
Alright.
But then I moved to Arizona, and like it's not impossible to go on hikes in Arizona. You just run the risk of dying every time you do.
Right.
Oh no, you just have to bring a lot of water with you everywhere.
Yeah,
Where are you at
yeah.
in Arizona?
I don't do that.
Alright.
Yeah, where are you at in Arizona?
Central, I'm in Glendale.
Oh, ooh, nice.
It
That's
also
funny.
there is not a lot of hiking trails in Glendale. You got to go pretty far out in order to find something adequate.
I know. I used to live in Phoenix, right around. Yeah, now I got to remember. It's been like 20 years.
Whoa, is that a Pokemon Coliseum reference?
No, because I used to live. What was it?
Phoenix
35th.
City.
Yeah.
Like over at like 35th Avenue and Union or Yorkshire Drive, right around that area.
I don't know where that area is. I do not go to Phoenix that often.
Right.
Glendale's not that far though. Like Glendale's like right around the fucking corner from where I used to live.
Yeah, I know. Where I work, if I look out certain windows, I can see Phoenix in the distance with all its tall buildings.
They're not that tall.
I know.
Like, like everything's
Trust me.
ground level out in Arizona. Like the thing that surprised me most about their going out there was finding out just how few houses actually have like second floor.
Well, yeah, because if you have a second floor, that's where all the heat is going to go. You can't have rooms upstairs unless you want the AC running all the time.
Yeah, they had there's a type of architecture that basically if you could have like kind of a chimney that acts as a vent in situations like that. That'll help release all that hot air out. But yeah, it's not something that we typically use in modern construction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, out there, I lived in an apartment complex, so it was like
Yeah,
central air through the entire fucking thing.
But yeah, if you want to have multiple floors in a desert area like Arizona, you're better off going downward instead of upward. Get those basic levels.
Yeah, but out there, I'm betting they probably can't dig down because of fucking caves and fucking potholes and shit.
Yeah, it depends. It really does.
Like, I've actually watched a whole bus. I've watched an entire fucking bus end up in a sinkhole out there once.
Right. Yeah, it really does depend on kind of where you're building. You have to do kind of like a geological survey before you decide if you can build down or not.
There is always road construction in Arizona. They do work like it's fucking every single day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it's that way here too. Like,
it's that way no matter where you go. There's always going to be somebody just doing road construction for seemingly no fucking reason.
well,
Yeah.
I think part of it is because our roadways aren't as durable as Roman ones because we don't use the same sort of concrete that they did.
I mean, and also because we're not riding over with just horses. It's actual like fucking vehicles.
But no, the thing
Yeah.
with Roman concrete is because of the enzymes and stuff that's built into it, they actually repair themselves. Like, so basically Roman concrete has quicklime mixed into it. And and basically the quicklime interacts with the volcanic ash that they put in there, to where when you have like cracks and stuff in the structure and it's exposed to moisture, it literally crystallizes and heals itself. Like so it's kind of a thing where, and the thing is, Roman concrete gets stronger over time, instead of weaker. So it's something where if we were using that type of technology in our paving, our roads would last a lot longer. And I know that some of the more heavily trafficked roads would still need to be repaired regularly, but like I said, a lot of our side streets would never need construction if they were just made of Roman concrete in the first place.
Speaking of things getting better with age, did you hear that the Super Nintendo actually performs better over time?
Really?
There was a recent news article, I guess, and they said something like the processor for something just runs faster now than it did like 20 years ago, and it makes the performance better. Like,
shout out to Nintendo, I guess.
Right. That's kind of crazy.
Like, I can imagine though, like, it's like because of the way it would be, like I would think it'd almost be like these days it'd almost be like overclocking.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, you don't need a ton of processing for most Super Nintendo games, so
I want Mega Man X to run at 60 FPS. Damn it!
I want my 24 frame Super Mario Brothers 1 for NES. You ever see that?
No.
Like the fucking walking animation, like 24 frame NES Mario walking animation.
Oh my god.
Like it just fucking bounces. It's just so ridiculous.
Right.
I can imagine.
Or if I should just,
All right, I'm back on the Outbreak grind. I'm not getting any good ones. I have to keep re-rolling.
Jeez.
Well, the first one she had was Wingle. I was like, no, fuck that. And then the second one she had was Trap Inch. I was like, I don't want to deal with Arena Trap. And then the third one she had was Oddish, and I was just like, no, fuck that.
Outbreaks are so much more fun when you have Let's Go mode. Your Pokemon just sort of destroys the shit out of them.
Yeah. No, this is in Ruby Sapphire.
I know.
I just have to keep re-rolling.
Yeah.
Alright, come on, RNG. Give me something pretty cool.
Help me,
But not-
Lord Jesus.
Give me something moderately cool. Not really cool, but also not like dog shit either.
Right.
Roselia. That's pretty cool, I guess. I don't really want it that much, so I'm gonna try again.
Yeah, Hunger. Check stream team.
Okay, give me a second.
With Giga Drain. Oh yeah, that's something I gotta be mindful now. I gotta look at their moves and shit, see if they can actually learn the moves that this mod's giving them.
Alright.
And also check to see if they have moves twice.
Yeah, that's another thing, yeah. Okay, so check the stream team. Alright, give me a second.
Also, shout out to Game Freak for giving Metatite skill swap. Gotta be one of my favorite things ever.
Nice, powerful, pure power. on a slacking. I mean,
Yes, exactly. You're reading my fucking brain right now, Hunger. Rhyhorn.
okay. Let's see.
No.
Just Steven
Oh
it
my
up in the
gosh.
Minecraft universe.
Shout out to Rhyhorn, though. It's orange.
That's so funny.
Just overly animated Mario
Right.
Brothers.
Right.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't like it.
Right. Look at the little 3-frame guy go. He's so good.
How did Nintendo peak with only 3 frames of animation?
Right. Oh, man.
See, what's bad is I kind of want to see what a full version of the look like with the 24 frame Mario.
Boinky, 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 boinky.
Like,
What would Mario
I wanna
look like
see.
with 60 frames per second
Oh,
animation?
God.
It's just hopping all over the screen. Skitty.
Like
Skitty
the
action.
entire game is like every character has like 24 frames of animation.
God.
It would look
Okay.
so fucking bad.
Alright.
Like keep the NES graphics. Keep it like we just make it every enemy has like 24 frames of animation.
Guys, I don't want to alarm you. I got a pretty cool outbreak.
Uh-huh.
Skitty with legal Iron Tail. Well, I can just get rid of Iron Tail. I'm not going to run Iron Tail.
Yeah. Skitty is an interesting mon.
Skitty is a good boy.
You know, it's something where it gets a lot of coverage moves, but then it gets the move normalized, which kind of neutralizes all of them and makes you wonder what the point is, you know? But then, you know, you have like, you know, things like skill swap, you know, or an entrainment,
Yeah.
and now we know why we don't have Skitty in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. So
Also, in Vanilla Ruby Sapphire, it's a 1% encounter in one area, so I'm
Right.
taking this fucking outbreak.
Right, but you know, can you imagine
Can
how cracked that's gonna be when fucking Pokemon Champions comes out?
Yeah.
Fucking
You know, I always thought.
Yo,
Sorry.
Delcatty's gonna be cracked. Let's
No,
fucking go.
no,
Said no
like-
one ever.
no. Here's the thing: skill swap or no entrainment Delcatty. Like if it has entrainment, I don't know if it has entrainment, but entrainment Delcatty with Ghost Terra.
See, I always wanted normalize to be better.
Okay.
Like
But,
I always looked at normalize and I was that sounds like a really cool ability on paper.
right. So let's see. What does it get?
Unfortunately, it looks like Skitty doesn't get entrainment or skill swap.
Yeah. So basically, you have to have Gengar do the work for it. So hear me out here, right? Because this is a Pokemon Champions build you are going to see. I guarantee it. So Gengar, unless they change it, I believe it gets roleplay and entrainment.
What, Gengar?
Yeah.
Well, I know Gengar absolutely does not get entrainment. Gengar is too evil for that.
Or maybe it just goes.
He was saying it used to have roleplay.
Does it get roleplay and skill swap then?
Skill swap? Possibly.
Let's see.
It does get skill swap, but it does not get roleplay.
Oh. That's crazy. I think it used to get roleplay as an egg move. Is what it was. Okay, so they did change it.
And I'm also looking at Delcatty's learn set. Make sure it doesn't get entrainment or what have you.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't in BDSP, but it's BDSP. Who fucking cares?
Okay, give me a second.
Well, it does not learn entrainment, but it does learn copycat, if that's something.
Well, if you could copycat entrainment, that would be ideal.
Yes. In Generation 7 at least. I don't know
Right.
I don't know about
Yeah, because
Gen
they haven't
8. I
had
just
Delcatty in a game in a while, but basically, the idea is that you get Delcatty's move on both of the opposing mons, and then you shadow tag them in with something like a Mega Gengar, and then have Delcatty use Ghost Terra.
BDSP is so trash. Delcatty cannot learn copycat in BDSP.
Oh, gross.
Woo, lad.
Because
Wasn't that like already like one of his signature moves originally?
I mean,
It's literally in the name, but
yeah,
still,
but yeah,
I'm
so
pretty sure copycat is a Gen 4 move though.
yeah, but like I said, so the idea though is that you
I'm thinking of assist.
Yeah, assist was
assist. Yeah.
Skitty's thing, yes.
Yeah, but yeah, so the idea though is that you give both of the opposing Pokemon normalize, and then you sit in front of them with two ghost types and trap them in there, and they can't do anything. Yeah.
Oh, hi, Shiny Skitty. I wasn't even paying attention.
Oh my god. So I made a shitty joke the other day and they turned it fucking Capmon.
Mm-hmm.
So they got mentioning like Clover scrapped rejects and stuff, and somebody brought up what the fuck's that thing's name? Titan Needle, I think, is what it was called.
Mm-hmm.
Basically it was like a shoot off of Iretical or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I was joking, I'm like horny Titan Needle.
Oh no.
Oh no.
And so somebody sprited it, and now it's usable.
Oh no. God.
So it looks like this weird ass fucking. It looks like it's got Horny Titan's face, but it's got like fucking bug mandibles coming out of it.
Oh my god.
It just looks like a horror, like a horrific fucking thing.
God.
So I just have to.
But yeah. So yeah, basically, you know.
In Clover Club.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, you could just do it with Smeargle. Have Smeargle copy the freaking normalize off of Delcatty,
Yeah.
and then have Smeargle be the one to Ghost Terra and sit there next to Gengar. Because that would just be brutal. Like,
Also, right now, I'm imagining Swellow with Terra Normal, and that's terrifying.
Because I mean, you could literally sit there with Gengar and do stuff like Curse and Pain Split. You know,
Yeah.
you know, just kill them slowly while they can't do a damn thing to you. You know. Anyway.
I say, what are some other cool Pokemon that will definitely be meta picks when this new game comes out?
Because, like I said,
Not
I feel like this environment is just ideal for Delcatty to be abused.
this environment is ideal for some chaotic matchups.
Yeah, like there. I feel like Shedinja is going to be just the most viable thing ever with Terra typing. Yeah. People are going to be experimenting with all kinds of different combinations of partners and abilities for Shedinja. So, because the thing is, I feel like if you sit there with a electric Terra Shedinja holding holding the right item, and then the partner has like, I don't know, what is it, freaking airlock or something, like,
Yeah.
or the one that made Cloud9, that's it.
Yes. Cloud9
So
or Airlock.
Cloud9 or airlock. Then you don't have to worry about damaging effects from weather, and you don't have to worry about other things. I mean, so like I said, so a Shedinja with the right item in Electric Terra could just sit there and be almost immortal. So, and the thing is, if you're strategic about it, then you're going to kill off all the stuff that might be able to kill it before it ever hits the field. That's how most people play Shedinja, is they'll wait and bait out the stuff that might be able to get rid of it, and then kill that first.
Let me look at Nat Dex real quick, because I was seeing what Pokemon got entrainment and skill swap.
Yeah.
There's only two. One of them is Plusle, and I'm just like, oh no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because generally you want either entrainment skill swap or entrainment role play.
So entrainment skill swap is the Chingling line, Plusle, and Audino.
Mm-hmm. Of course. Audino.
Whereas entrainment role play, Audino and Lilligant.
So Audino literally gets all three entrainment role play and skill swap.
Yes.
Because of course it does.
Shout out to Audino. Audino is actually like the perfect mon for that because it's so goddamn bulky.
It is bulky too, so yeah, you could. It's bulkier. It's fucking bulkier than Smeargle is. So yeah, you could use Audino as your pivot mon for swapping Normalize onto, and then
Audino Delcatty meta pick.
Yeah, Audino Delcatty lead, and then swap the skill swap or role play the Normalize onto it, and then started training it onto the enemy. While you switch out the freaking Audino for Gengar, and then just have Audino Ghost Terra. It started training the Normalize onto everything.
I don't think Audino's actually usable in.
No, we're talking Pokemon Champions.
Yeah.
Oh.
When Pokemon Champions comes out.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
You're good. You're good.
Distracted.
Because Pokemon Champions you're going to have access to Terras and Megas.
Because Dexit is not confusing at all.
So because you'll be able to use like Mega Gengar alongside of a Ghost Terra Audino, for example. Unless it's like unless you have to pick one or the other, Mega or Terra. But so far they haven't made that clear. So it'll be interesting to see.
That would be a good way to
You
balance
can only use one gimmick per battle.
Right. Yeah. Could you imagine if Gigantamax and Z-moves were in there too?
Oh,
as
God.
much as I would love a format where there would just be a no holds barred, do whatever you want, I highly doubt they're gonna let you do that.
Right.
The mechanics would be too fucking weird to battle like that, because like each one of them does something different. Like, like the fucking Gigantamax. Like Gigantamax is like it doubles your HP. Mega's like double your stat, or well, they increase certain stats.
It increases base stat total by 100 is what Megas do.
Yeah, but it's just but yeah, it doesn't change the HP though. So They've all got like
Right.
very specific things that they do.
Imagine being able to stack the two of them on top of each other, though. You Mega Evolve with the Dynamax. Yeah. Because the thing is, Megas also can change typing and abilities, which is one of the things that just makes them incredibly busted.
Terra Dragon, Gigantamax, Mega, Mega, Gyarados used Z water something or other.
Well, because the way they balanced Megas and Z moves was you had to have an item equipped to use either one. So you had to have a Mega Stone, unless you're Rayquaza.
Shout out to
Mega
Rayquaza.
Evolve, and then you had to. Now in ZA, it's looking like you probably don't need Megas. You probably don't need to have the Pokemon hold anything, because they probably won't have Pokemon able to hold anything, just like the previous Legends game. So it's looking like you'll be able to just Mega Evolve things willy nilly. So. But
a lot of Megas were relying on their abilities and shit, though. So
right, yeah, because a lot of Megas were basically trash without their abilities. Kangaskhan wouldn't have been Mega Kangaskhan wouldn't have been nearly as terrifying without the parental bond ability.
And we know that Mega Kangaskhan is in this game.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So my question is, are they going to have the mechanics be the exact same as PLA, or are they actually going to refine things so that like you actually can have stuff like hold items and abilities and stuff like that?
I feel like they will at least make abilities a thing, or in some way, shape, or form or fashion.
Like even though PLA doesn't have abilities, it actually has 3. They're on Cherim, Regigigas, and Arceus because they do not function properly without them.
Right.
Well, Regigigas doesn't function properly at all, really.
The thing with Regigigas is it's even stronger than Slacking when its stats are at full power.
It should be. It's a legendary.
Fucking legendary, bro.
Right. But that's the thing is what I'm saying is if you look at Regigigas, he looks like just a better Slacking. Like as far as his base stat total is concerned. With both Pokemon, as soon as their abilities go out the window, they are both ridiculously strong. Like, So
Slacking without his ability is better than a pseudo legendary. Like that's not even a joke. He's got like 640 BST.
His attack power is insane. Like and Regigigas is even better. That's because if you look at if you compare their stats, like I said, Regigigas is literally just a better in every way Slacking, except his abilities actually holds him back more. But then you put a neutralizing gas Weezing next to both of them, and they're both happy. So yeah, they're both Pokemon that do very well under neutralizing gas. But yeah, Wolfie Glick actually won a championship with a neutralizing gas-based team at one point because he had he was using the Paradox Pokemon. Because apparently at the time the Paradox Pokemon's abilities were not nullified by neutralizing gas. And everybody thought that this was like canon, but it turned out that it was just a bug that hadn't been patched. And so Wolfie exploited it to win a championship, and then they went, "Oh, yeah, we need to fix that."
That's hilarious.
So they patched it like the next week after he won the championship with that team, because it was like a regional event. But
look at these real quick, Hunger. Like something like this, probably on No Delcatty. I forgot what you were cooking with Gengar.
Well, basically, the whole reason that Gengar is there is to use Shadow Tag as a Mega, and keep the opposing Pokemon in there. So once you get the ability onto them, they can't just retreat to get rid of it.
Yeah.
So the Audino Terra type, the Audino would in this scenario would Terra Ghost, to become a ghost type and become immune to normal moves, and then the Gengar would just Mega Evolve right next to it as a ghost type with Shadow Tag to keep the opposing Pokemon in play.
Yeah.
And then basically as you KO Pokemon, then Audino would then entrainment the Pokemon that are coming in. You know.
Understood.
So yeah,
Here.
that's the general idea. But yeah, you definitely want Audino to just be fat so that it doesn't die.
That's why its EVs are the way it is.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. You've made a very nice fat Audino there. So.
Admittedly, you could also run Wish.
He's fat.
You could run something like Wish. For longevity.
Let me try and cook up a defensive Mega Gengar real quick because Mega Gengar is not really all that defensive. Well,
because the idea with Mega Gengar is that by the time it's on the field, you should have your strategy basically ready to go. So it shouldn't have to eat a lot of hits because you should be setting up normalized by that point. So Gengar will probably come in, Mega Evolve and Protect on the first turn, and then by the second turn, the Audino should have things locked down. You know, so yeah. But you could do for Gengar, you could have the thing that switches the positions of your allies, ally switch, if it has it.
Yeah.
Let me. That would help to protect Gengar against anything that's faster.
Yep. But it does in fact get ally switch.
But yeah, so ideally you would want protect an ally switch on it just to make sure that they can't hit it during those periods where it's during those periods where Audino is putting normalize on a mon that might be faster than it.
I got you.
So like for example, they field a really fast mon. You want to protect the Gengar while Audino is applying the ability.
Like something like that.
Yeah. So that way if they are. Yeah. So like I said. Ideally, Gengar shouldn't need to be terribly defensive. Because its moves should be protecting it rather than its.
This is also at the same time, if you're not running offensive moves on Gengar, you may as well go defensive.
Right. Rather than Perish Song, I would prefer something like Curse on it. And then instead of Sludge Bomb, Pain Split. So you could curse one mon and then Pain Split the other one to get your health back.
I mean, fair. I feel like.
So you could also theoretically, if you had Wish on Audino, you could also Pain Split the Audino. Because, like I said, in this scenario, the idea is that your Pokemon can't be harmed by the opposing Pokemon because they all have Normalize on them, and you're using Ghost types.
Yes.
So,
all right. Well, hey guys, I'm gonna call it a night though.
All right. Yeah. You have a good one, Caps.
But yeah, so
tell me next time you're online so I can give you a shiny Relicanth.
Yeah.
Is he already gone?
Even it up in the Minecraft universe.
No, he's not gone yet. Anyway.
Oh.
But yeah, so yeah, because I feel like you could probably experiment with that team in Showdown, since Showdown allows most of those mechanics. So
yeah,
so like
okay, I love you. Bye bye.
You can try it out and see how it runs. Because
Also, this team has 3 certified good boys on it. I love the 3 Pokemon that are shown here.
Yeah. Yeah, and then
what are some other good boy Pokemon we could put on this team?
Yeah, because basically you just have to kind of round it out.
Can we squeeze Clefable in here somehow?
maybe because one of the things you could do is
No, wait, no, I'm not thinking fourth dimensionally. Let's get Clefairy in here.
Clefairy, yeah. Because one of the things you could do is you could have a follow me Clefairy, um, that's there to kind of tank hits while you're normalizing things.
Yeah.
So you could have so once you get your um, so basically once you get the move the ability onto the Audino, you could swap out the Delcatty for Clefairy and have Clefairy use like follow me and whatnot just to get the heat off of Audino while it's setting up the strat.
Yeah.
While it's
I'm
using
just
Terra
gonna
and all that stuff. So, um,
I'm just
so
gonna
yeah,
put my usual Clefairy set on this because I like my Clefairy.
yeah, Clefairy's great. So
There's a
like I said,
lot of
is
people that aren't fans of my Clefairy set because it's apparently awful, but like it's really good. It's a really bulky mon.
I love Clefairy. Yeah,
Yeah. I just wish it had more utility.
I like the way it lives.
Yeah, the way it survived things.
Why does Clefairy learn Nightshade? This is new information to me.
Yeah, why does it learn Nightshade?
Fuck it. It gets Nightshade now. Screw it. I don't care. That's perfect.
Hold up, hang on. I'm curious about something.
Yeah, I mean, if that's because that's the thing. If you're going with a whittle them down slowly strat, then Nightshade can only help. Like,
Yeah.
Apparently does not have it.
I was gonna say I can't remember what its fourth move was, and then my eyes gravitated towards Nightshade. And I was just like, "What the fuck?"
Right. But yeah,
It is entering. If Discord would stop lagging on me, there we go.
Well, that's most of everyone.
Something like that.
So
Discord like Discord.
Clefairy the boy.
Really, it really do be like Discord though.
Follow me, Cosmic Power, Wish. Yeah, that's cancer. That's significantly cancerous.
Thank you. I worked hard on it.
See,
a lot of people are against stall, and I have no idea why. Stall's fun.
It's funny because I actually ended up taking Follow Me off of my Clefairy because the play group that I was playing with were just hate targeting it anyway every time it came out. So I didn't even need the Follow Me because they were just automatically shifting attention to the Clefairy to get rid of it.
Well, yeah, because it's a stall master.
Yeah, well, because the thing is, they did, because I was playing it with like Groudon and Xerneas, but they were like, nope, get rid of the threat.
All right, we need more certified good boys on this team. What's a good boy?
Let's see. You could set up something like a. You could set up something like a Smeargle, but basically the whole reason for the Smeargle would be as a backup to Audino. So it's kind of not necessary. In the same vein, you could also go with Bronzong because it has skill swap.
True.
And Bronzong does kind of help cover for things. Another good thing.
I feel like Audino is just way too bulky to go down that easily, though.
You could put Raichu on there.
Oh, I love Raichu.
You could put Raichu, maybe even a Lowland Raichu, and give it speed swap, and then speed swap onto the Audino to make it faster, so that it could get the entrainment done on more things before they get to hurt it.
Very true.
So if you set up speed swap on Audino early, that'd be kind of a nice tech. If you notice there are a lot of speedy mons on your opponent's team. That would be a good tech to do. Bring the Raichu in and speed swap the Audino before it starts using entrainment. Or as it starts using entrainment, so that it gets
God, now I
entrainment
want
on.
to do.
Yeah.
God, I want to do online battles now.
Honestly, same.
But
This,
But yeah, so I feel like Raichu would actually be a nice addition to that team. If not Raichu, then maybe Swoobat, but just something really fast with Speed Swap.
actually, wait. I was gonna say I was gonna run Air Balloon, but then I saw Raichu's defense is base 50, so let's do Sash instead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because, like I said, basically you really only need the Raichu to do the one thing. So if it does more than that, great, but you really only need it to do the one thing. You can just put Incineroar on there to round the team out, intimidate parting shot.
Honestly, yeah.
just to pivot around and be a dick. This team could be certified as cancer.
And then let me squeeze Incineroar in there too.
Yeah, just a fucking Incineroar with just to make sure the team is cancer.
Although we could also run Will-O-Wisp.
Yeah.
Good.
That is something that can happen.
Yeah. Because I feel like the Incineroar being there is going to be insane. But
Willow and do we want to run Lariat or Knockoff?
Knockoff is usually generally the better idea.
Knockoff is more utilitarian because it gives
Fair.
you items that are problematic. So
Lariat just exists so you can bypass like defensive boosts.
For example, if your opponent's running ability shield, you're gonna need that knockoff to get around it.
Yeah.
So because if you try to skill swap or roll or entrainment something and they have ability shield, you're gonna need that Incineroar in there quick and start knocking shit off.
And then oh wait, hang on, that cropped too much. Hang on. So I'm doing all this on my phone.
Sure.
I don't want to draw. Fuck off, phone. I'm not drawing right now. I'm playing Pokemon, but not really.
Yeah. Playing fake Pokemon. Gah.
Bro, I hate my phone. It does everything so fucking slow. Why is there a line in the bottom left? How did that get there?
I hate that.
Because you drew it there.
I didn't draw it there.
That stupid notepad program, my god.
You're right.
And you know what? Since this is on Showdown, I can just copy and paste the entire team in this Discord chat, can't I?
Probably. But yeah. But
This is a good team, though. I dig this team. This is.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's just
Will Discord allow this? I wonder. Holy shit! It does. Holy shit.
Yeah,
well, it obviously would because I've seen people copy paste this kind of stuff
too,
places before.
Well, there you go.
Silk Scarf Delcatty.
Well, what else are you gonna run on Delcatty?
It's nice and powerful.
You gotta boost that body slam somehow, because Normalize ain't gonna do it.
It's powerful normal gym body slam.
So what was the idea? Somehow get Normalized onto the enemies?
So basically the idea here is that you bring the Delcatty and the Audino first. You swap the you get either skill you basically role play the Normalize from the Delcatty onto the Audino, and then we're gonna bring in
bring in the Gengar.
Well, yeah, depending on the situation, you're either bringing in the Gengar, the Incineroar, or the Raichu. After that, maybe even the Clefairy. While the Audino starts entrainmenting the Normalize onto the opponents, And then once you've got that set up, you bring in Gengar and Mega Evolving it to trap them in play, and then they don't have a way of actually hitting either of your Ghost types, and you're gonna have Audino Ghost Terra. So you have two Ghost types sitting there, and the opposing Pokemon are trapped in there, and they have Normal Eyes, so all their moves are Normal type, and they can't hit your Ghost type mons.
Yes.
And then you just sit there and whittle them down to nothing. So
I also just realized that I called Incineroar a good boy and then gave it Will-O-Wisp. That's ground for not being a good boy. I'm not calling you good boy, Incineroar. That miss on the Will-O-Wisp was dog shit.
Right. But yeah, so anyway.
Rotom when it misses the Will-O-Wisp for the third time in a row.
Right.
Parentheses, it cost him the game.
Right. All right. I'm going to go ahead and save and quit here and in the stream.
Amazing. Oh yeah, I didn't know what to give Raichu, so I just gave it, the electric terrain because it's Raichu.
The thing is, that's basically correct, because what you really want there is for Raichu to be fast. So if he has electric terrain and Surge Surfer, he's going to go really fast. He's going to speed swap onto one of your other Pokemon. And the thing is, because of the way that this team is built, you could actually do the same strats that you're using with Delcatty's ability with Raichu's ability. So you can give everybody on your team Surge Surfer in electric terrain if you really wanted to, like as a backup plan.
That really only benefits Incineroar, though. That's really the only consistent attacker on the team, and its only attacking move is knockoff.
Yeah, so but the thing is, it's a thing you can do, so.
I mean, Delcatty also has Body Slam, but it's a Delcatty.
Right, yeah, exactly. If you need those super fast Nightshades from Clefairy. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, give Clefairy Surge Surfer.
Right.
That's a thing you can do.
But no, because the thing is,
the fact that it has Brain Guard.
Yeah, I mean, you could also play with you could also play around with Intimidate too with Incineroar if you really needed to. Just like you have options because of the abilities that you have on your team. Just don't forget that you have those options. Because you never know what kind of crazy situation you're going to find yourself in a Pokemon battle. But
what the fuck?
Why
did that just fall?
Just
it got scared of the Incineroar, man.
Right.
I wouldn't mind going back to some online battles.
Yeah, same.
Anyway, all right. I'm gonna definitely real quick and end the stream, and then I'll.
Awesome sauce.
So, okay. All right, everybody. That's going to be it for this week's podcast. I want to thank you all so much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed. We'll be back to do this again next week, so look forward to that. And of course, as always, I do hope everybody has a great day. Bye bye.
The show is over. Thanks for watching until the end. If you happen to enjoy the content, please leave a like, my friend. I play games and sometimes do other stuff. If you're interested, you can subscribe. Free cookies are available for everyone. Like the zebras ate them all. The zebras ate them all. Are you still listening to this? I great. If you're new to the channel, there's hours of content to watch. If you've been here a while, you'll be super nostalgic. It's a win-win situation. Do these even count as lyrics? I guess anything does if you sing it.
What does that have to do with anything?
No, he's got a point.